With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Right away, they'll change the look. A man who joined the Panthers from the NFC champs, it's Miles Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Dalton sets up play action. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dalton. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. Passing, it's Dalton, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Out of the gun, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Dalton, 1st and 10. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and they got it done.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing, but timing usually develops.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Well, now is the punter Johnny Hecker, who in fact grew up just north of here in nearby Bothell. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
Now Geno. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Lockett is a beacon of consistency for the Seahawks offense. His last 4 seasons, he's reached 1,000 yards, had at least 8 touchdowns, and only once has he had more than 2 drops. Continues to be underrated, but not by defenses who have to face him.
Now Geno on first down. And that'll be incomplete. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Third and 12. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. 2nd down and 8. Now Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone is going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Andy Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The show put up by these two defenses in this first half. The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
Returnable for Lockett. Gets around him. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Lockett. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At their own 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 11 now. Geno now to throw. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 5. Here's Dalton. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. That's good for a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to Walker on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's the rookie from UCLA, Zach Charbonnet. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Here's Moore. He will return it. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Smith. That is caught. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now 2nd and 5. On the counter now, it's Sanders. There he goes, left side. He may go. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Here's Walker to start the drive. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Smith here, an audible at the line. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Breaks through the contact. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st down, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now it's Smith. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense, because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw here, Dalton. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Going for it with Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Dalton now to pass. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught at the 3. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
But let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At their own 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. 13 next. Straight ahead, Walker. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here comes 2nd down. Dalton. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And they take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.